We've got a number of witnesses that saw Stephen break into the car, and as yet we haven't located the camera, and that's Stephen's responsibility.
Where's the camera, boy? Where is it?
Through to E.
What?
Our boy Stephen had been arrested for theft and intentional damage. It wasn't the first time this had happened either. After he was arrested, we went to the youth court.
And look, the court has ordered that we have a family group conference to work out how to deal with this.
We had one a few months ago, when he got into trouble last time. It didn't seem to make any difference.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I've got no other choice but to ask the youth court to make an order placing Stephen under social welfare supervision.
No, you can't do that, can he?
That's how serious this has got.
Constable Simon from Police Youth Aid and Jim Barrett from the Children and Young Persons Service came around to talk to us.
What do you think went wrong with the last family group conference? Why didn't it have an impact on Stephen?
I don't know. We did what you wanted.
What do you mean?
You asked us to hold a family meeting and we did it.
We tried to do our best. What you said. Now you want to take my boy away.
Look, a family group conference is the only alternative to Stephen going back to court. Now, it can work. You have to believe it can work and that it can help you and Stephen. You can sort out, where it's going to be held, who's going to be there, that sort of thing. But if you keep thinking that we're just trying to push something onto you, we'll never get anywhere.
You're trying to pass the buck and get us to do your job, man.
No, I want us to work on this together. I'll follow your lead.
Eru, there were things about the last FGC that didn't work for us. Maybe if we make some decisions, like where it's going to be and how it's going to be run, it'll mean more to our whānau, and especially to Stephen.
And she's right, Eru. Actually, a whānau hui before the family group conference is a really good idea. Then your family can help you sort out all these details. Now, I can put you in touch with a Māori community group, and they can help you set up a whānau hui and support you through the family group conference.
It may be our only chance, Eru.
Chance for what? Chance to look dumb in front of the whānau? Chance to look stupid? Why are you asking them to come anyway?
They will want to be here to support us, especially your brother.
My brother. My brother. I've never asked him for anything. Why am I going to damn well start now?
Eru, we have already done this on our own and it didn't work, did it? We need help. Mum and Dad will come down.
Mum and Dad? Who's going to pay for that? We have got no money.
Let's ask Jim if Youth Justice can help out.
Oh, wake me up. It's a waste of time.
I don't think it's a waste of time, Eru. This is your son we're talking about here. He'll have to go back to court and a judge will make all the decisions if we don't do something. Is that what you want?
Well, we've had a chance to think things over, Jim. We had a court order with the young fellow here. And if we have to go through with this family conference thing, we'd like to do it on our own terms.
Right. Kia ora.
We had a court order. We've got a list of whānau members to come. Here it is here.
Okay, good. And you got a date set here too, eh? Oh, that's good, good. Firstly, I'll have to check that everyone is available on that day and then we can make some suitable arrangements, eh?
That's good, yeah. Stephen's grandparents said they'd like to come down for it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The only problem is we can't afford to bring them down. Is there any way you can help?
I'll have a chat with my manager. I'm sure we can arrange some help with the transport costs. Just leave that to me. Now, is anyone else here on the list from out of town?
Nah, that's about it, bro.
There's my nephew and his partner. They're from here, though. And also Eru's brother and his wife.
Is that Arapeta?
Aye.
He's been trying to help us through this, but Eru's too proud.
That's enough of it.
We've also spoken to the community worker that you suggested.
Tui Wilson.
And she's trying to help us organise a whānau meeting for next week.
Familiarise you with the protocol of the hui and the family group conference.
Yeah, so we know how to deal with it all.
Oh, that's good, eh? Oh, kia ora.
Ngā pau whenua o tērā tai, o tēnei tai, o te tua.
We decided to hold the family group conference at an urban marae. This was okay with the victims, and Mum and Dad were able to come down. We were all welcomed onto the marae with a pohiri. The kaumātua and Jim, the Youth Justice Coordinator, had worked out how things were going to be run. The kaumātua laid down the kaupapa and wished us well with the karakia.
We are pleased, e te rangatira, that you brought your people to our marae. It is indeed a great honour. Nō reira, tēnā koutou.
He then handed over the running of the conference to Jim.
Now, Stephen is indeed lucky to be surrounded by so many people and so many whānau who wish to support him. And it is our hope that today we can come to a solution that is acceptable to everyone here. Now, one of the most important aspects of a family group conference is that the victims are given an opportunity to have their say. And towards that end, I'd like to thank Thelma and Joe Perkins for having the courage to come along here today. Kia ora.
Kia ora, kia ora. Kia ora no tātou. I te tūauhi te tautoko tērā, e mihi atu koe, e hō mā, e tō awhina mai ki a tātou te whānau nei, tēnā koe. I think it's a good idea we've decided to hold this important hui on the marae. It's a shame we couldn't all go up back home to our own marae, but we're not too proud to draw on the wisdom and the strength of another marae to help us with our whānau problems. Stephen was our firstborn moko, and for that he holds a special place in our hearts. He was the first grandchild we held in our arms, and it seems that once again he is needing to be held. The whānau are moved that Mr. and Mrs. Perkins could be in attendance here today as the victims of this crime committed by our mokopuna. And to Jean for being here as the victim support, kia ora, and to Sylvia, the lawyer appointed by the court. Thank you for being here to help us through. Kia ora.
When spoken to by police, Stephen was fully cooperative and admitted the offences. The camera as yet has not been recovered. It's valued at $400, and we're seeking reparation for the damage to the smashed window, and that's valued at approximately $200.
Stephen, you've been charged with theft and intentional damage to a motor vehicle. Now, you didn't deny the charges in court, and we need to know whether you admit to the charges. Yes. Oh, kia ora, tama. Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity then to give Joe and Thelma a chance to speak.
Well, due respect to the people here, excluding the boy, for whom I have no respect. I mean, it's difficult to have respect for someone who has no respect for me or my wife. I want to say, I want to say I don't care for this family group nonsense. I'm told you've done this sort of thing before. I don't want to be critical, but hell's teeth. That day you broke into our car, we'd been out to lunch to celebrate Thelma's 60th birthday. Our daughter had come over from England. We thought it would be a nice walk in the gardens, do us good after lunch. When we came back, we found a car window broken and the camera taken. I mean, how would you like it if somebody did that to your things?
Thank you for the welcome. Like my husband, when I was very upset when we returned to the car. I thought at 60 I was doing pretty well not to have been burgled or had anything stolen from me or been attacked. I've often imagined how it would feel. But what I didn't expect was to feel as angry as I did. Over these few weeks, I thought I was starting to get over it. But now, seeing you here, knowing you did this to us, it just makes me angry all over again. It was such a happy day with my family. Now I'll always remember my birthday as the day you invaded our lives. We haven't even got any photographs of that birthday luncheon anymore. And we talk about our daughter's visitors as the day we were robbed. That day you stole more than the camera. You stole our memories.
As a family, I hope you have enough information to work out a plan that'll put things right. Now, whatever you work out must take into account exactly what Stephen's done and how it's affected Joe and Thelma. Now, we're going to leave the room now to allow you to discuss these options amongst yourself. Joe, Thelma, would you like to come through? And if you need any more information from us, we'll be in the room next door. So when you've come up with your plan, give us a yell and we'll come back and hear it.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Then it was crunch time for our whānau. We talked about what the victims had said and how Stephen had to face up to what he had done. Having Stephen's whānau there, especially his grandfather, made a real difference this time. They said some pretty tough things, but they spoke with aroha, and Stephen respected them. If anyone could get through to him, they could.
I agree, but we can't forget he stole the camera, smashed somebody's car. He's got to pay for that.
Stephen, look at me. Do you respect me? Do you love me and your grandmother? Aye. You respect us and you love us. And yet you cause us so much pain. I can't describe it. I can't begin to tell you about the agony we feel, knowing that our mokopuna has done this. I agree with your nanny. There's a lot of hurt inside of you, but don't take it out on others. What have the Perkinses done to you? What have we done to you? Continue to love you, there's no doubt about that. But listen to what Mr. Perkins said. He doesn't respect you. Well, neither can I. Haramaitama. He too. Yakaha. Yakahatam.
Okay, then before Stephen's whānau outline their discussions and their proposed family plan, Joe has a suggestion to make.
Yes, thanks, Will. It's just a thought, but it would certainly make Thelma and I feel a bit better, feel it wasn't totally lost. We suggest that Stephen goes to try and find the camera where he threw it away. I mean, I know that might take a long time, but well, that's what we suggest.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I'm sure the family can take that into account when they outline their plan.
I'd like to say sorry to Mr. and Mrs. Perkins. Sorry for stealing your camera and smashing your car window. I didn't throw the camera away. I sold it to a mate for $50.
What?
I'm going to try and get it back. But I don't think the photos are there anymore.
You've been lying to us all along. If we don't get that camera back, or even if it's damaged in some way, well, I want compensation.
Stephen, we've talked about that. What have you got to tell Mr. Perkins?
I'm sorry for lying. If I can't find the camera, I'll pay you back $30 a week.
I've offered Tipene some part-time work after school. I'll take the $30 he earns each week and send it to you directly.
Yeah, plus, Stephen has agreed to help us at the marae for the next 6 months. That's right, Stephen. Cleaning, doing sub-gardening. Plus, you want to learn a reo, and that will be good for you. Pai? Kia ora.
Also, we're coming together as an extended family, once a month, to make sure Stephen is sticking to the plan. It'll be hard, but we're committed.
Well, thank you for that outline. It's obvious that you've really discussed the issues and come up with a detailed plan. Joe and Thelma, how do you feel?
That sounds good to us, doesn't it, Joe?
Yeah, as long as he sticks to it.
Constable Simon, do you think the plan will work?
Yes, I'm happy with the plan that the family have outlined. I have faith in the family and Stephen to carry it out, but I feel I should point out that if anything does go wrong, that I may have to take Stephen back to youth court and look at some more serious options.
I think that maybe more specific dates to review the plan might be in order. Could we suggest, say, the first week in August, September and October? How does that sound?
Nice. Sounds good.
Okay, good. Well, all that's left to do then is to write up the plan, which you'll all receive a copy of, and put it into action.
Nō reira, e raranga tiro mā tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. We've had a lot of rangi Māori talk this afternoon, and that's what it's about, resolving the difference. And I know it's meant something to me, and I hope it has to you all. Nō reira, tēnā koutou.
Nā reira I karanga I tēnei inui I a koe me whakakaha mātou whānau I roto I tēnei kaupapa, tēnei raruraru I roto I mātou whānau. Karanga tēnei inui I te wainga nui mō tātou I runga te ingoa, te mātua, te tama, te wairua tapu. Amen.
Amen. Purea nei e te hau, horoia e te ua, whitiwhitia e te rā. Mahea ake ina, o raru, makere ana ngai.
Well done. Let's hope you stick to it this time, eh? Promise. Okay, great.
It was important that Stephen fronted up to the people he stole from.
Mr. Perkins.
The whole family group conference made a real impact on Stephen. And with the whānau behind him, I think we can make it work.